Hey everybody, so this is the second video that I'm posting this week, and it's about our recovery and what we've learned, and teaching from experience and learning from experience and such. So the first part is 3 things that we've learned that are very, very important to us in our recovery. And the first thing I've learned is that forgiveness is power, forgiveness is a gift, and it can be kindness, and that forgiveness is for you. When I say forgiveness, I mean that you accept someone is flawed, and that by being flawed, they have hurt you or inconvenienced you, and that you accept they are human. Back to that whole flawed thing, because all humans are flawed, but that you don't accept that's okay. In other words, forgiveness is not, wiping the slate clean and being like, oh, let's try this again, because chances are you're going to get screwed. And most people who do that do end up getting screwed over and over again. But forgiving someone means not holding it against them. It means remembering it so that if red flags go off, you have something to dwell upon in terms of experience and in terms of deciding what to do, but that you can move on. You don't have to remember every single day that this individual hurt you, and that you don't have to remember every single moment that he could hurt you again. That you're guarded, but you're not suspicious. When I say that it's a gift, it's something that I've really, really worked hard on in trying to get to this point. Forgiveness is a gift because often people who hurt you love you. I have never been hurt by someone who doesn't love me. And often people who are in that situation where they're hurting you and they're not aware of it, or they're not being accountable for it, it's because something else is in the way, and that the true person that's there, and the genuine person that really truly loves you, would be absolutely mortified that what they've done has hurt you this way. So forgiveness, and being a gift, means, again, that you don't let someone get away with it per se, but that you let someone move on. The gift part of it is that they get to continue living, and they get a new chance, but that they will never ever hurt you that way again, because you won't let them. And when they finally have the insight to know that that's what your forgiveness meant to them, or meant pertaining to them, I can only assure you that they'd be eternally grateful that you didn't let them hurt them that way again, or that you didn't let them hurt you that way again. And then when I say forgiveness is for you, I mean that it's not something you have to say out loud. It's not something that you have to declare to the world. It's not even something you have to declare to the person you're forgiving. The moving on part is the only part that's for you, and it's the only part that the entire world has to know. And they don't even have to know by you verbally declaring it or whatever. But it's for you, and that you get to move on, and you're not held back by this horrible hurt anymore. The second thing that I've learned is that I'm a lot stronger than I thought, or I'm a lot stronger than I know. You know, there are things that I swore I could never do that I've done. Gain weight, namely. I've gained double my body weight, and I didn't think that I could do that. But I did. I have confronted issues that I didn't think I could even acknowledge, and you know, strength is something that I admire in people, and the stronger that you get, or the more you pursue recovery, the stronger you get. And it gets to the point now where I look in the mirror, and based on my strength, and based on the strength that I exhibit in my recovery day to day, I can begin to respect myself, which is huge. I don't know what that means. I haven't respected myself since I was like 7, maybe younger. And then the third thing that I have remembered, or that I have learned, is to not be afraid. There's this really, really awesome quote, and it goes something along the lines of, there came a time when the risk it took to remain closed in a bud, like it's talking about a flower, outweighed the risk it took to blossom. And that's so, so true for so many of us in recovery, is if we take that chance, the risk pays off more than we could even imagine. You know, for a lot of us with eating disorders, we've had really crappy lives to start with in terms of like trial and having to deal with things that most people shouldn't have to deal with. That imagining it could be worse than that is really, really very anxiety provoking. Except that it's not. It's not usually worse than that. It's usually, there is a sense of basic goodness in the world. And when you take a risk, if it doesn't pay off, at least it won't blow up in your face and completely destroy your world. But a lot of risks that you do take do pay off. And yeah, just knowing that, and knowing that I can take a risk and that it might pay off, gives me so much hope, and it gives me so much perseverance, and just to keep going. So what's the hardest thing that I've had to deal with in recovery? I don't really want to go into the hardest things because it's really triggering for me, and it's not very much fun to discuss. But basically, there's sort of a concept behind a lot of the things that I've found really difficult, and that's letting go and not having control. A lot of times when I tell people that my eating disorder is about control, and I'm sure all of you agree, my treatment team goes, what the hell, you have no control whatsoever. You ended up on a psych ward, basically being force-fed. How was that control? Well, when I was a child, I had very, very little control over anything. And when I was a child, I did have control over what I ate. And I could eat what I wanted. I could decide I wasn't going to eat. I could decide that I wanted a snack later on in the evening. Basically, that was the only thing I had any control over. And for years, that was enough. For years, although it wasn't good, and I didn't get to build the confidence and the self-esteem that most kids do, I managed to survive knowing that I had control over what I had to eat. And letting go of that control, absolutely 100% terrifying. Because if I don't control my food, then I don't have anything left to control. Except what people don't understand when they initially start recovery is that you're not just giving up control. You're giving up control. Like, you're not just giving up control of your food. You're giving up your control of your food to take control of something else, and that's your life. And it's so easy for me to say this, like 7 years into recovery, or 8 years in recovery now. But